Urban Daycare's son wasn't there, and I got to actually play it. Because if he was there, they would play some terrible wrestling games, and he would kick my ass. And I'm like, number 5. Yeah, I mean, that was the first game I played, and yeah. Paul was like, oh, is this fun? Is there more? And there was. So when I finally, the first console I bought was a PlayStation, and I bought Crash Bandicoot with it, and yeah.
My family had, like, our first computer was like little green and black opportunity. Yeah, and so the game I really remember from that was Hard Hat Mac. And people, I like that emulator for Apple II the other, like, about a year ago, and I was like, hey, Hard Hat Mac. It's really hard. Those games are very, they were very difficult.
The previous system to a PS1 that I had was, well, I mean, I had a Commodore 64, which was fun. But that was not actually my first thing. The first thing I owned was given to me by a friend because his family had bought a Super Nintendo, and their mom's rule was, okay, you can have the Super Nintendo. You can have the Super Nintendo. No, it's okay. He waved to me. I'm not making fun of him. That's fine. That's fine. They were like, okay, you can have the Super Nintendo, and you got to get rid of your computer that you use for games. And it was a Coco 3, a Tandy color computer 3. It was a color computer, but the monitor was green black. And we played Rampage and Joust, and a game that you never could beat called the Interbank Incident, which I don't think anyone has ever heard of. Really? It's awesome. Did you ever beat it? No, it was really hard. It was like a quasi-Carmen Sandiego adventure game. It was all like, you work for Interpol, you have to like solve these crimes. And we're like, alright, but you don't save, right? So every time it's like, okay, we're starting to need a game. So,
I was trying to be a clever kid. My dad said, alright, you can have a video game system. So all your friends have video game systems. What do you want? I'm thinking, very carefully here, I'm a clever 9-year-old. All my friends have Super Nintendos. I want a Sega Genesis. That was a mistake. I should have gotten a Super Nintendo. But I always played, Sonic and all the games that came out for that. Like, I remember the very first game I played was, back when I was in high school. I was like, oh wow, this is really amazing. Having a Sega Genesis, I didn't really have that, and we didn't have a lot of money. And I didn't have any friends that I could borrow games from because everybody else had a Super Nintendo. But the first time I played a game that really captured my imagination was I played Xenogears on the PS1. Oh my god, this is amazing! I've been a dedicated JRPG person ever since.
So, we are just basically going to keep rolling because the course is cool with that. But this is technically near the end of our official time. So, I'm going to show you this week's LoadingReadyRun video. First, because this is an alternate take of the message from Matt, and you'll see why. Because there's something that literally arrived in my email during the panel so I can put this together. So,
sorry I couldn't be there with you all, but I have to battle with my nemesis, Lil Wheaton. Hi, I'm Lil Wheaton. I can't be attacked because I apparently have to fight some Canadian guy who's decided I'm his nemesis.
Super famous like that, I think it will be.
Yeah, sure. So I guess that means it's Matt's fault. So,
hi, I love the work you guys do. Graham answered one of my questions, but my other question is he really scared of the creepy doll?
No, the creepy doll origin story.
sorry, that was me sending an email. All of this. Oh, yeah.
The creepy doll is from a comic that I used to do. I stopped doing it in 2007 because I got too busy with work and doing LoadingReadyRun. But it was a comic, and one of the characters was this terrible misanthropic person whose idea of children's entertainment was to make this character called the Littlest Creeper, who was the embodiment of Halloween. But basically what he did was disembowel people. And she thought this was English for the children. So Graham always thought these poems were really funny. So as a gift one year, I made him a really poorly made, and oh my god, so badly made, because I'm really unhandy version of The Littlest Reaper, right? So this is a...
I don't know if it was...
Korea.
That's fairly original.
That's the comic I drew. That was the first appearance of Elizabeth.
So he's the Littlest Reaper, he's the embodiment of Halloween.
Yeah.
And he's killing all the other holidays.
Yeah. So anyhow, so I do this, and then it started appearing in background videos because it's legitimately Graham's bedroom. And how did you end up writing it as the creepy doll?
Well, it was just a doll that creeps you out.
Yeah, it was just there was a minor reference to you keep buying things on Craigslist, you keep buying creepy dolls on Craigslist that weird me out. And then we cut to a shot of it, and just because it has this wonderful, just wall-eyed, just derpy, and this expression, and then because it wasn't named in the video, it was just like the creepy doll, and so it sort of happened itself from there. Sorry, this is all from the creepy doll article on the LoadingReadyRun wiki.
Which I wrote.
Wiki.loadingreadyrun.com.
But did not format correctly.
Which we made because we got kicked off of the real Wikipedia.
That's okay, we're back on it.
Yeah, we're back on it now, but at the time we got kicked off because we were declared
Not notable.
not notable. And so we were like, screw that, we can have our own wiki.
But now we are on Wikipedia. Yay.
When did Arthur B. Boyington stop being a supervillain and start running a creepy doll store?
Oh, that was just a like thing, Arthur B. Boyington.
So that's the creepy doll. That's also how basically my mind works.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
My question is on Desert Bus. How exactly did you guys get the idea of playing this immensely boring game for charity and filming your misery and putting it on the internet for everyone to see?
Alright, so the genesis of that is, there's a video from, I think it's like second season of LoadingReadyRun, called the Sleep Up Experiment, which was kind of poorly conceived. It was a test that Bill and Morty were doing to do sleep deprivation for a long period of time, and then we were like, yeah, that sounds fun, let's film it. The problem is that the people who were filming it and the people who were planning the whole thing were also sleep deprived. So it was my idea, but the idea of people getting sort of funnier as they get sleep deprived was kind of a cool idea. So then a few years later, the Desert Bus or the $10 for mirrors ISO was released on the internet by But anyway, the ISO for $10 for mirrors was released on the internet.
Yes. Sorry. What's one? Yes.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
And so it was released on the internet, and I read about Desert Bus, and I was like, oh man, this would be great. What we'll do is we'll do like the sleep up experiment, except we'll play Desert Bus. And we'll just film ourselves, and it'll be hilarious. At the same time, James was talking about doing something for Child's Play. And he was like, we should figure out some sort of cool thing we can do for Child's Play to raise some money. And then those two ideas kind of combined together, like, hey. So then, like, the original idea was us just doing Desert Bus just because we thought it would be fun. And then we were like, hey, maybe other people would be actually interested in this. And then we could actually raise money for Child's Play, and then the thing just took off in such a ridiculously extreme way that we were basically kind of trying to hold on to it, trying to keep pace with it as it goes. There you go, there's the genesis.